Recording is on.
All right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we can go ahead. Yeah, we can go ahead with August's project.
All right,
Or whatever
August,
you
if
want to
you
do.
want to go ahead and continue with the update for your project, that'd be great.
Okay. So yeah, I was talking to Steve, um, and because it's also like later, like 3 and 4, we'll probably people might not be eating around that time as much.
Right.
So we'll make sure that we have the big number and the food ready at like 12 and then 12 to 3.
Okay.
And then he said that if people come later and they were expecting food or whatever, he'll say that we'll make sure that we feed them and they'll have stuff on hand. Um, and
So
yeah, and he
so
said not
really
to worry
quick.
about it. He's like,
So really quick on that. So is the
hmm.
flyer correct, or does the flyer need to change?
No, the flyer is good. We'll just keep it as a limited buffet between 12 to 3.
Okay.
And then yeah, and then he said, "But if people come, he'll so we'll continue, and that'll be like
Okay.
his donation." But
Yeah.
he was like,
Okay.
he doesn't want you guys to stress. He's like, "We got this, we got this."
Okay.
Like yeah, he just wanted to reassure you, and he's like, "If you have any questions, just give him a call, and
Yeah, no, I
if you
appreciate
want
that,
to,
and
you can do that."
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that as a PA, you got it under control, and we appreciate you working the situation, and
Mhm.
that's awesome. What about just so I know, so Steve is the manager of the venue or the restaurant?
Yeah,
His
he's the
title?
owner of the venue,
Oh, okay,
Stadium Club. And it's like his family that run it and all of his like his sons and
okay,
yeah, so it's kind of like a family business.
okay. Very cool, very cool.
Nice.
So the flyer doesn't need to change. Um, the and that's you have that version and you're ready to print it. Is that true?
Yes, I have that version. Hmm.
Okay. And so um yeah, that's great. Let's see who just Salam, welcome.
Hello, thank
Islam.
you.
Great, great. So we were just getting an update on August's project for the music festival. The thing that we're waiting on is approval on the budget. How are we doing on that, August?
Doing good. So I just wanted to clarify. So you said you guys are going to be ordering the products or for Canva or not Canva for
Vistaprint.
what was it? Yeah,
Vis-
Vistaprint.
yeah,
Is
so
that
so
like so
yeah,
you guys wanted to put that together?
yeah, so no, so that's so regarding that is you should just have it all priced and in the budget, and then I think is what we'll do is we'll submit it, and the only reason is we want to make sure the counts are right, and
Okay.
and because we're ordering swag, there might be like a discount that we can get if we get more cards or whatever we decide to do.
Yeah, like
So
buy in bulk and then you
yeah,
can
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Then
Okay.
somehow either you'll use them for the following project, or the giving cards, or
Mhm.
we'll
Do you want me
split the shipment or whatever. But you just worry about your
okay.
budget and get your budget in, and then we'll place the Vistaprint order because the same might be true on T-shirts and things like that. If we can get
Mhm.
bulk, then maybe we can split where the order is shipped, or we'll just figure that out, and Abby will do the Vistaprint
So
order.
for his budget, I'll give you
Okay. Can
half
I
of
cuz
that.
I've
Um,
already made some products and I have some ready. I can send you the info for the Vistaprint. I just created a new one. Um and then uh or or uh or I can
I,
maybe send you the products. It might have a share option.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean that's fine. You can send that to Abby in an email, but we're working with so we created an actual Vistaprint swag account that the
Okay.
orders will take place from. And Christina's been doing the designing in there for the swag. And so yeah, so that's definitely something um that you can I don't know where you are in the budget. We have to get the budget approved though. If the budget isn't approved within the next few days, we're gonna have to call the project off
Okay.
because
I'll do that.
because because we're getting down here to the wire with the dates. And I know you don't
Yeah.
want to overshoot the budget because that doesn't look good, especially on your first project. But we do have
Mhm.
to get it. We do have to get it done. I mean, I think we're just about a month, right?
yeah.
Today's
Okay.
18th. So we just have to get that budget. So you should include in the budget your Vistaprint swag items, all of the expenses that you're expecting with the project, and then just know that Abby is going to ship the Vistaprint stuff to you, and you won't be actually purchasing that, but that will be part of the project, and part of the purchase invoices will be created per that order. So
Okay.
don't take it off. Just know that that's where we're at. And then if there's questions about what to order or what's going to happen with the budget, when Abby orders, she'll let you know and say, hey, look, we're running a little over budget, we're running a little under budget, here's what I did, and then she'll order it. But we need to get this order done because we're going to miss out on all of the swag if we don't get the order in soon, and the order can't be done till the budget's done.
Okay, got it. I will do that. I'll do that today and finish
Okay.
that and send that off to you guys.
Perfect. Yeah, and again, it's just in that comment section. Just clean her up, and then once we get her approved, I think it's good the way that we have the food, and that you've communicated with Steve. That's good work. Those are the kinds of decisions we need. And then yeah, that's great.
Okay, awesome.
Are you do you have any other concerns, or either whether it's about the budget or about your project regarding the venue, or things that are concerning to you, risks that you might need to manage? You said it's an indoor venue, so we don't have to worry about the weather, correct?
Yep, it's indoors. They got plenty of parking.
Yeah, that's great.
And yeah, I guess the next step then after I finish the budget would be to begin some of the drafts for the social media posts and get them approved by Megan. So maybe take some screenshots or send them over in like a Google Doc, right?
Yeah, so I think that once the budget is done, then it's going to be a matter of not worrying about the social media, because that will be Benny and Megan's job.
Okay.
And then it'll just be primarily the ordering of, making sure that the ordering of the posters are done, getting the posters put up, and then also figuring out working with Abby to get the swag order done, making sure you have that merch, making sure you have the PA system, all the the communication part. So I wouldn't worry necessarily about the social media, because if I'm correct, and
Okay.
Benny and Megan can confirm, Megan's on the call as well. But if Benny and Megan could confirm that those social media posts will be part of what they're doing for the event, correct?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, great. So so it'll be a series probably of it'll probably be maybe a series of 2 or 3 posts. We have a lot of posts that are kind of queuing up because of this website release that I need to do. And so
new employee or new
contractors. New contractor posts, and then we're also going to have the event posts. So maybe we'll intermingle them, Benny and Megan, so that we have like a alternating, like, hey, look who just joined the team, and then hey, we got an event coming up in Chicago, and here's the flyer, blah 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 blah. And then another one about an up and coming employee, or not an up and coming employee, but a new title, like for example, Salams, and then another post about the event in Chicago. And then it'll be important, Benny, that when you do the posts, I think it would be best, Megan, correct me if I'm wrong, or Elena, is that those posts should tag August's band, so the other band, so that then they can just share it on their social media. Is that the way that we should do that? Anyone?
Yeah, I think so. And then if the venue has an Instagram too, we could tag them in it. Or make them collaborators on the post, and then they can share it on like the venue's Instagram page too.
Yeah, I like that. I like
think
that. So, go ahead.
I'll try to add you guys to the event on Facebook so you can be like hosts, or and then I'll send you the band's links. We're on Facebook. I think we have the Hearts and Boots band has an Instagram. We have an Instagram.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
So I guess
actually, we don't have an Instagram, but we just have a Facebook.
okay, no
Um,
no problem. I guess we'll just look for those posts that are going out about the event. Benny, you'll just want to make sure that those are tagged up with the venue and the bands. And then Megan, if you could just make sure that the hashtags and that those tags are all proper when Benny gets those to approve. Benny, you don't need to approve. You don't need to get Megan's approval for the employee posts because those are kind of just based on the team information that was already collected. So you can just, you know, put that into a chat GPT or do whatever it is you want to do or just write something and then make those employee posts as you want and kind of make them fun, kind of like we did with the team. And then when it comes to the actual event, that's when Benny, you'll draft it, draft the blog post in WordPress. Hopefully, we're going to be to one instance by then. In the dev environment right now, you can continue to work because remember that's what we're moving to. You'll draft the post there with the image, etc., and then take a screenshot maybe of that page, post it in the marketing and media, let Megan revise it if there's tags missing or the wording just doesn't sound right because of language or culture or whatever. And then once that's approved, we'll just do the blog post. And then the blog post can roll to the social media posts, which would be the Facebook, the Instagram, and the LinkedIn.
All right, that's noted.
Okay, great. Thank you, Benny.
All right.
So yeah, I guess it's just important, as Elena said, that we make sure that everything is tagged up, so it makes for an easy share, for August and his band, as well as the venue, as he stated. So, actually, if you want to, August, if you have those links and things, maybe drop them in the U.S. channel and tag Benny on them. Benny? Would that be a good way to get that to you?
Yeah, sure. I think I can pick them from there.
Okay, great.
okay.
Or you could drop
I
them
just
in a
had a
Word document. You could drop them in a Word document and share it, or whatever you want to do.
I had a quick thought of something we could do with the website and then the rebranding is on social media. We could create little like brief like descriptions of like what Give Basics Needs is and what we do and like little like text kind of blurbs and like share them like as like kind of like a like if people don't know those or if they're just kind of learning about you guys. Does that make sense? Like little tiny descriptions like every
Yeah,
like week or so like as we do the relaunch of the like of the logo and everything.
yeah, and
Um,
I think the key for Megan and Benny and myself to get on the same page with regarding the announcement of the brand and the new logo and whatever it is we're going to do is that we get this this WordPress instance migrated to production because having to maintain multiple instances for Ben is not acceptable. That's just crazy. You know, it just takes too much time. There's too much confusion about where images reside, et cetera, et cetera. So the first thing that my top priority right now is to get this migrated from this map stuff development from development into production and get that migrated. I'll hopefully have this kind of goes into the other part of the project, but
Yeah.
it's critical. I'll wait
Yeah.
on that. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree. And in August, so it sounds like just really quick, it sounds like Benny and Megan, we have three kind of things that we need to think about post for. One, we have the the new employees. Two, we have the rebranding, the new logo, etc. And then the third is August's event. And so kind of maybe a post every other day. Elena, what do you think? Maybe every third day? Is that too much? How do you feel, Elena?
I think that's like either one would be fine. You could do every day or every other day if like there's a significant backlog, or every 2 days. It at that point it's kind of splitting hairs. If we were going like one a week or two a week, then maybe. But if we've got a huge backlog, then I think either option should be fine.
Okay, yeah, we do have a bit of a backlog, and that's again because of this dev migration. We've been holding Benny up. Sorry about that, Benny.
Okay. So, Kevin, kind of, is that it for the Project August? Everything?
Yep, that's good on my end.
Great,
I'm
thanks.
going to set up a call with the other band and kind of go over everything, and kind of do a call with our band as well, and kind of do a debrief and make sure everyone's done their yeah, like looked and read through about you guys. And so yeah, I'm gonna make sure that's good.
Okay, yeah, and that's what as a project assistant and program assistant, that's your job for sure. First thing
Yeah.
though, please get the budget.
Got it.
Okay.
Awesome. As as Kevin kind of teased or mentioned, in talking about rebranding and thinking of new titles. So we, as you can see, Ben is back on the call this week, and so he did go ahead and accept that position as far as the media coordinator, compliance, and everything for us. So that's awesome. We're super excited, and also Salam, we have promoted.
Sorry, I had to do that for you, Benny.
And
welcome.
Nice. And with Salam, we've also given him a new position, a new title. So he is now the country director of operations and support for Ghana. What that means is that he will, yes, applause as well.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Salam. We're grateful you've accepted the new position.
Yes.
Thank you.
We're very happy. So he will still be doing giving events, of course, just managing more of the day-to-day operations in Ghana, working more from the office as far as projects, being there when people walk in, and
focusing on donation.
So that's another post that you will see as far as a new face, new position coming up. All righty. Do you want to continue talking about the rebranding and stuff?
Yeah, let me talk about that really quick. So basically, though, I've been working, still developing a lot on the new map and the new site. Ran into a bunch of problems last night before last. Went to bed almost crying, if you would, because I blew it up so bad. I felt it was still, I had added a week to the development, but it turned out that after some sleep, everything was okay, and I was able to recover in just about a day's worth of work, not the week like I originally anticipated. So that is all all been done. And just before the meeting, Megan has given her approval for the development of the site. And so with that, with her approval, we're going to go ahead and start loading the data into Smiley from the massive spreadsheet that Abby wrapped up this week. That combined all of the blog posts, all of the YouTube videos, all of the images, albums, etc., all the data we need. So we have the data. Now we have the system. Now we load the data. We verify it one more time with the real data, get approval from Megan one more time, and then I will do the domain cutover. One thing that, Benny, you and I will have to be aware of is that I noticed that, and remind me of this, or if you see issues, let me know, is that as we've entered images into the development environment, they're being entered with the URL n.givebasicneeds. And so, because that's the current domain. So since the original clone, they all came over as Give Basic Needs. Everything's fine. The site looks great. Every image we've added since then has the reference, the URL of n.givebasicneeds. So essentially, when we migrate, those images could be broken as part of the new site deployment. So keep an eye out for it. If you see images that are broken, that would be the first place to go. I'm not exactly sure how to resolve it yet, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay, great. So if you see some broken images, we'll just try and resolve them as we go. It's not super critical. It's not like this website is mission critical. So if we're, and that's why I want to get it released, is because we can continue a little bit of the development, uh, obviously down the road, and there will be refinement. But we want to make sure that this map app is big enough that we need to get it cut over. It's literally holding up the blog posts and the social media stuff. And so I finally got that wrapped up, and I'll be continuing to work on that as my top priority, so that we don't have multiple systems.
Yeah. All right.
Great, thanks
Awesome.
for that. Yeah.
Good. All right, Salam, do you want to give us an update on your projects? I know 55 was the pre-commissioning for the 3 boreholes, and then I did notice you went ahead and you created the next 3 individual projects for the boreholes, 58, 59, and 60. Do you want to give us an update on all?
Yes. So the pre-commissioning of project 55 is done, and we are waiting for project 58, 59, and 56 to bring project 55 to commissioning stage.
Uh-huh.
And I have just submitted those projects alongside their purchase invoices.
Perfect.
Great. And I saw
Yeah.
those purchase invoices, and just so the group knows, the cost of a borehole, I think I figured it out now. Salam, you can correct me, is about
Or maybe give a background, like why?
because of the strengthening of the current Ghana currency, which is called the cedi, against the US dollar, and the fact that the pumps that we buy primarily, and a lot of the materials aren't produced in Ghana. They are imported, so they have risen significantly. And so I think the cost of doing a borehole now is about 4,500 US. Is that right, Salam?
Yes, that's correct.
And then
But
on
just
top of
also,
that is the donation of 1,100 or 1,500. So it's almost $6,000 per well if we weren't getting a donation. Is that right, Salam?
yes, I've not done the mathematics, so I don't have the actual figure.
Okay.
But just to give a correct perspective, that this, like you said, has been a sudden result of the sudden appreciation of the cedi against the dollar over some 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
We are seeing that market players like the Ghana Traders Union and other critical traders associations are hesitant in reducing prices of goods and services to match the appreciation of the cedi, because some are of the view that it could be a result of some political maneuvering, meaning that the cedi would depreciate over time again. But just today, or I think yesterday, maybe Ben can correct me, we've seen some sectors reducing prices to match the appreciation of the cedi, such as cement, which used to sell at about 120 cedis, or at some places 150 cedis, now being sold at 83 Ghana cedis. And prices of fuel dropping down to about $50 per gallon. So if this continues, if the cedi appreciation is stabilized over time, all sectors would reduce prices, and that will bring us back to the original cost per borehole. Because other items like fuel reducing will affect the cost of CSAN, chippings, and that would affect the cement prices reduces. The hand pumps would eventually reduce as well, because you will now need fewer cedis to get the dollar. For the hand pump and etc. So I believe over time if the CD stabilization continues, we'll be back to original budget.
Beautiful. That's good news. I knew that there would be some changes. I just didn't know exactly what, but that's good insight, Salam, as to what's going on there in the market, in the economy within the country of Ghana. So we're, when the city strengthens, that's a good thing for the members of the community against the US dollar. But as you said, I think prices need to continue to adjust downward then, as the value of the CD goes up. So good insight there, and I definitely appreciate that. I want to just make one note, on the financial side, for the group. So I have started, as the CFO, started to diversify um, our cash holdings, because I'm feeling like the U.S. dollar is too constrained for our overall operations, and so I am balancing our cash holdings across essentially six major global currencies. I'm sorry, seven, including the U.S. dollar, and then also so that's approximately 50% of it. And then I'm also buying some agricultural commodity options to hedge against inflation and asset dollar appreciation or depreciation, as well as a tiny bit of gold and silver. So I've put that into a investment basket, and we're actively now diversifying our U.S. dollar holdings across that basket of assets, which should prevent these types of things from having such a dramatic effect on us going forward, regardless of what the U.S. dollar does. It should be helpful. So I just wanted to give that financial insight. In amongst all the other things that I've been doing, I've been looking at that and trying to resolve that issue, because I know that we don't want to get behind the curve on the U.S. dollar, because it will mean that we have a smaller impact in the countries that we work in.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Sorry, really quick. Does that make sense to anybody? Everybody? Questions? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Okay, great. Thank you, Benny.
Awesome.
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Good.
All right. Anything else on the projects, Salam?
No, for now. So I'm waiting on the president and the CFO.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Good. That's an excellent way to put it, Salam. You are absolutely waiting on us. Thank you. And we're moving as quick as we can. We have a lot of irons in the fire, as
Yes.
they say. So with regards to those projects, now the question that I had was, because our we had talked about you building out all the individual projects. Did you decide? I forgot how we were going to do the purchase invoices. Are we going to pay all the purchase invoice? Are we doing all the projects at once, just so I know, or are we doing one project at a time? That's for the president to decide.
I believe spreading them out. What do you mean,
Spreading,
like,
are we doing in Salam, maybe this is you too, are we doing all three of those boreholes right now as quickly as possible? Or are we going to wait for prices to adjust a little bit, take our time, and do them so that they get released? Obviously, Benny and Megan will control the flow of these blog posts and social media announcements, but I'm just talking about the projects now and the funding. Will all the projects be funded at the same time, or will the projects be funded one at a time now? What is the opinion of the group, and the final decision maker will obviously be Abby, but
what are you thinking, Salam?
Yes. I think 2 weeks ago, we agreed that we would submit them separately, but request for all of them to be paid at once so that we could get a discount. But given the price fluctuation right now, um, I've not discussed, because I didn't know the timelines and how we're going to move. I've not discussed a discount with the supplier. The second issue is that we don't also know whether the CD would appreciate further or depreciate as we speak.
Mhm.
As at last week, when we were discussing on Discord, the exchange rate was about 11.52.
Mhm.
Today it is 11.3
Mhm.
to a dollar. So the CD is further appreciating, but we are hoping that it will get to a stable point. We don't know how much it will appreciate, because the new government is actually taking measures to make sure that the CD appreciates more and get to a stable point, because it was a major issue that affected the outgoing government.
Right.
So we can decide to wait, but that would be at a risk, because that could increase our cost if the CD appreciates further and prices are not adjusted.
Right. So I think it's
Also,
one of the things that's
one-
critical for. Well, I'm sorry. One of the things that's critical for you in this market, I think, Salam, is to be negotiating with those suppliers the impact of the appreciating CD and seeing if they're able to adjust the prices accordingly.
yes, I think so. When we had the donation of the free drilling last year,
Hmm.
and I tried talking to the supplier, he gave me some conditions. He said if we were buying, I think we discussed this. He said if we were ever buying um five hand pumps
Uh huh.
and above, he would give us a 5 to 10% discount, right? And if we were buying 10 hand pumps at a go, he was willing to donate one hand pump to us for free. So now, if we are buying three, I am assuming that if nothing at all, maybe we can get a 3%, because if the lowest or the best he could do if we were buying five was
Yeah.
5 to 10, I'm just rationalizing things,
Yeah. Yeah.
that we should be able to get some discount.
Yeah.
And also
I
we
think
could
I think the
decide.
other I think the thing to keep in mind there, Shalom, is that there should be a volume discount like you're describing, but there should be also a CD appreciation discount.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. So
Like he bought it with X number of CD, and now he's still charging the same amount, but it's US dollars. He can buy two pumps for what he did one.
yes, that's true. I think, yeah, I get where you are coming from. So now the dollar he's getting, let's say maybe 2 pumps dollars could buy three,
Yeah.
given the time he bought. I get where you're coming from. I didn't think of it that way. But
Yeah.
again, that would also depend on how he's also anticipating the exchange rate and
Yeah.
his measures against it.
Yes.
But I was
Yes.
thinking that if we do if we do purchase them all together,
Hmm.
um, we would have to decide whether we are going to, because we've already done the pre-commissioning stage of all three boreholes.
Right.
We decide whether we are going to complete all of them now and commission them, because if you look at the budget, the purchase invoices I have created, I have indicated as and when each of them will be commissioned.
Uh-huh.
So I want to spread them out so that every quarter we'll have we'll have some media about to post about a borehole in every quarter.
Yeah.
So this quarter, May, June, we should have a post about a borehole. Then July, August, and then October, November.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So I think that will be a decision for Ben and Megan to make.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
how they want
as
to
to
go
how
out.
frequent they want them to go out or what order they want them to go out and
Yeah.
whatever. I
And
think
I
that
think that's
okay.
good too, because you'll have the 3 projects open for the 3 boreholes throughout the year, and then you can still do one of the other projects that we had budgeted for, like another pavilion or
Medical event.
or something like that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and that's fine, because I know we had tried to stick to the rule of not having more than one project opened, but I think with the commissioning of the boreholes, throughout the year, I'm comfortable, doing that, and then having other medical events or shelter events come up along the year.
Yeah. Okay. So with that is what I hear the group saying is that all purchase invoices, and correct me if I'm wrong, President, all purchase invoices should be approved and funded.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I needed to know. Salam, I don't know how quick I'm going to get to that because I really have to get this map released, but I will work those and then I will send to you. I will send those 3 purchase invoice funds over to you.
We'll have to work on the funding, right?
Yeah, it might take us some time too, Salam, because that's a lot of crypto. I don't typically hold crypto because it doesn't. It's not invested. It's not an invested asset. Because we hold U.S. dollars, and so and we pay U.S. dollars. So I'm in the process. I just made a transaction to move 20,000 over to our crypto exchange called Gemini, which you guys are familiar with. And so once that hits and I'm able to exchange it for USDC, I'll be able to send it over. So just know that I'm working on that, and I'll pay those purchase invoices as soon as I can.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. That's why now we know what to do. The good decisions, good discussion.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So what, alongside with the borehole, one of them, what are you thinking of submitting next? Are you going? I know we had kind of talked about the quarterly and had laid them out and stuff. So
Yes, I'm thinking of working on our medical fair. I'm still on that. I want to see it happen.
Yeah.
So
okay, the one at the office.
I want us to try something new.
Yeah, I love it.
And that's the one at the office, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and we were supposed to have done one in the first quarter, but we did that pineapple event instead, and just kind of refresh people's memories and stuff.
Yeah.
So we did that pineapple event. So yeah, that's great. I look forward to learning more about that event, the medical event at the office. That's awesome.
Okay. Yes,
Perfect.
but that might take a little time because I need to reach out to other players. Ben was equally suggesting a lady in his town, Nalirubu, who also does some screening. I don't remember.
Nice.
That
Yeah.
Ben suggested we should get her involved as well. So I want to reach out to a number of people so that we can have a lot of activities that day.
Gotcha.
Ben, you were going to say something?
Yeah, just to add to what I think we discussed it some time ago. When he suggested or when he brought up the idea of having the event at the office. I have one lady who is a doctor of a medical lab. That's the course she offered in the university. And she just completed, so she works at some laboratories currently in Tamale. So I was saying that if we are holding such an event, it would be an opportunity to invite her to take part because she has been monitoring our activities on social media. So
beautiful.
It's to bring her on board.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great opportunity, and I'm sure that Salam will look into that. Great, very good. Thank you for that, Benny.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great, Salam. So yeah, no worries about the budget or how. Of course, worries about the budget. Sorry.
Hey, watch it. Yeah, don't say that.
I mean,
maybe the president want to do a magic for the first time. She want to find $100,000 budget in Ghana.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I would be kicked out of the van.
Yeah, you would be. Yeah, you would be voted off the President Island very quickly.
No, it's a previous communication between Salam and I, and probably others on Discord. He was having stress that he hadn't, followed the original schedule that he had set last year as far as X amount, projects during each quarter. And so I just want to say, to you and in front of everybody, don't worry about it. We're all doing the best that we can. You've done 4 projects already this year: a borehole, the pineapple event pavilion, and the first community medical event. So you're doing as much as you can. We appreciate you, and we'll work through the year, we'll work through the budget, we'll work through the timeline the best that we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay. You wanted to talk about, yes, of course, the mobile money.
Yeah. So Salam is also. I don't know if everyone's been following the discussion on Discord I know there's a lot been going on in Discord lately, more than usual. So make sure you have your alerts turned on for specific channels that you're interested, and then you can always catch up on the other things later or not. It doesn't matter. But make sure that there's been good participation out there in Discord, and I also appreciate that as well. Emojis are always a good thing because they show that you've read it or you're interacting or in at some level. So with regards to a new project that has been discussed and with Salam's new role of seeking donations in the country of Ghana, we're working on putting together a plan to accept mobile money donations, which mobile money, in case you're not familiar, we don't have mobile money in the U.S., but mobile money allows you to make phone transfers essentially from peer to peer, just like crypto, except it's all essentially through the phone system. So you don't have to have internet. You don't need a special phone. You can just do it with your regular mobile cell phone. And so we're looking at a payment provider called Hubtel, I believe that is, and they are going to allow us to accept potentially mobile money payments and other forms of payment directly to them, and then we'll be able to have. The idea is to make sure that we're extremely transparent in where the dollars are going, and so we can do that on crypto because the blockchain is a public ledger, so we can show those transactions and people can follow the money. But in this case, we don't actually have a public ledger. So is what we'll be doing is we'll be looking for a payment provider in Ghana. This Hubtel is, I think, the prime candidate right now. Salam has to talk to his contacts in Accra, where their office is, get some more information. They charge 1.95% on the transaction, and then we think no fees outbound, which is good. Still cheaper than Visa if we were processing credit card payments. And it looks like this is a system that we can set up for the Give Basic Needs. And when people donate through their mobile money, they'll actually see the money going not to Salam or Ben or me or Abby or anybody else on the team, but it'll actually go to Give Basic Needs, the organization. And then from the U.S., as the CFO who does all the accounting and reconciliation of the accounts, that will just be treated as another account here, and I'll be able to manage that from the U.S. so that we can then follow the money here for accountability as well as compliance. And compliance is the biggest thing. We just need to make sure that those donations are being used in the way they're intended. So let's say that Luke is a citizen of Ghana. He decides he wants to make a mobile money a donation. He goes to his phone. He dials like star some number that's unique to us, and then pound. He says how much he wants to send, $5 US, the equivalent in Ghana CD, whatever that is. Let's just say 10 CD. So he sends that over to Give Basic Needs. He sees that the organization receiving it is Give Basic Needs, and then it stays in our account. And I would get monthly restatements then from Hubtel saying that Luke made the donation. And then when Salam does a project, let's just say a borehole project, and he needs $2,000, he needs 2,500 US equivalent. I would authorize him then to I would either authorize him to make the mobile money transfer, or more ideally from the Hubtel website, I can actually make the mobile money transfer to his personal account as an independent contractor. And then at that point, he can execute it just as if he was sent crypto like he is today. So that's kind of the overall plan. We're going to create a project for this because it has to do with compliance and there's a lot of moving parts. We have to take it to Kareem and Tanya, who are our legal and CPA advisors, make sure that we're not breaching any compliance issues, and we're going to do that as soon as we get all the details on Hubtel from Salam in the coming days, and then we'll see what they say. And if they say good, then we'll continue down this road and hopefully be able to accept CD donations over mobile money in Ghana, which would be a huge step for us. And the goal is, my goal personally as the CFO, is to not open a bank account. And the reason I don't want to open a bank account is because then that's opens ourselves up to more compliance issues. I don't know if this Hubtel account is going to be the equivalent of a bank account in the eyes of the IRS here in the States, but we got to figure all that out. But I just, when you open a financial bank account in another uh, country, that really puts you under scrutiny with the IRS because of the fact of laundering money, and they're concerned about transactions and the visibility of those transactions when they leave the U.S. banking system. So or come in. And so yeah, so that's where we're hoping that we'll be able to accept mobile money, and when Salam goes out to all his big donors in the country, he can solicit donations over mobile money, and we can do even more good. How'd I do, Salam? Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
Good. Keep your eye on me. Make sure I'm talking right.
I will.
Okay, I don't want to misspeak, or I said it all because I want to make sure that we're on the same page too. You know, Discord is one thing, but having somebody verbalize it's another. No. So yeah.
Are you raising your hand, Salam?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Great. So so do you have something, Salam? So did you mean to clap or did you mean to raise your hand?
Sorry, you're cut out a little bit.
Sorry, you cut out just a little.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, I was raising my hand.
Okay.
So talking about the donation,
Yeah.
I was on the page n.givebasicneeds.org /donate.
Yeah.
Yes, so the first 3 lines, where you said you can provide families in Mexico with burritos or give United States of America case pizza. Fund vital HIV tests or support women and girls by buying sanitary pads in Ghana. Bring light to a village whose children can now, I think the noun there you said new. So you can make that correction. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so this is good. So this is a good point, is that with Megan's help, the website, hopefully before it releases, we're going to be able to go through and with Megan's help she's going to help. With Abby's help, I'm going to rewrite the why we do what we do, the how we do what we do, and the donations. And so, and then Megan will work on approving those. Those are a bit dated, but it's good you pointed that out. Abby's going to make a note that we have to look at the donations and make sure that that's correct. So thanks for pointing that out. But did you want to continue on that?
No, that was just it.
Okay. So it was a kind of a typo that you saw on the donations.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, so we're going to go through and just make sure tighten all that up. And then when we do get a mobile money number, it would be visible there. So that everybody who goes to that donation page, they'll be, like somehow we'll segregate it as to do you want to make a mobile money payment? Maybe it'll be a banner at the top, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it should be clear, and that number, short code as it's called, will be present on that page. It's going to take a bit.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Nice. And you wanted some of the old information, make sure that everything was in Smiley?
I'm sorry.
Like
Yeah. So, Salam, the other thing that I'd like you to take and make a point of accomplishing is to get all of the clinic data from the medical clinics into Smiley, so that we can better show we can better give uh, charts and things to Benny and Megan uh, for the impact that we're having about identifying people who have HIV, for example, or identifying people who have hepatitis. So, how is your timeline for getting that data entered now that you're in your new role?
Yes. So that reminds me, I wanted to bring up this suggestion.
Okay.
Given all the medical events we've done, that is a lot of data to enter.
Uh huh.
So, and given my new role as a whole country director of operations and
Yeah.
support,
Mm-hmm.
um, I want to absorb some of the costs for our office operation and be able to readjust our office expenses so that I can have at least one permanent office secretary instead of um, the volunteers,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe one other volunteer, so that I can um, the permanent office secretary can help me with this kind of things and other evolving activities that might come, because now, just like you mentioned, we have a lot of activities, a lot of things to do aside just doing giving events. We have to go out and look for donors. We have to send solicitation letters to some,
Uh huh.
and in some cases we may have other organizations asking us to bring proposals, which I would have to draft and maybe have the president look at it and confirm, then we submit and
Yeah.
all that. So I'm actually trying to make sure we go out all out to look for people to support our activities. It, like I said the other time, it might not be next week, next 2 weeks, or next month, but we should have something coming in,
Yeah.
and all this have to do with the kind of work we put in. So I'm looking at getting um that is why I have not submitted the budget for the second quarter when the president asked that I should submit for the office operations.
Uh huh.
I want us to I want to brief you on this, and if we are on the same page on that, I will hold on with submitting the budget for the office, and just take the numbers and look at them and see how best. I was Ben was telling me, if I'm able to get with 2,000 cities, I can put someone, um I can get someone to be in the office permanently as a regular, not a regular staff, but maybe a contractor that can be coming to office every day for that amount.
Mm-hmm.
So I also want to look at it. I think it is feasible, and 2,000 cities is below $200, and given that we were doing about 718 or so for 3 months every quarter, that gives us 200 and something
Mm-hmm.
USD
Okay.
per month. Maybe this can take a staff, and I would just from my end also make sure I make sure the light is on, and make sure there is data for us to work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Is that you should definitely, in your new role, you should definitely evaluate operations in the office and how that can best be done more efficiently. But the problem is that we need to and the reason is because well we have two reasons. One, we have a backlog of medical data that needs to be entered so we can report on it and create the kind of reports that move people to donate. And two, we have more medical events coming up, which means there's going to be more data to be entered. So I think there's two levels of work that need to be done there, but then there are also, like you said, there may be other tasks with regards to data entry or things like this that you might need help with. So I think so long as you're not raising the budget around the office, I think we're in agreement, the president and I, with you being able to use those dollars or those resources how you see fit in the office as part of your operating budget, if you will.
And I think like
Okay.
more of a priority right now is to get the data entered.
Yeah.
So we can get everything into Smiley and the new website and stuff, and then maybe in the future be out in the field looking for donations.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, right. So so donations, Salam, is going to be your priority, but like you said, it may be a month out, kind of thing, because we got to get the mobile money set up, and we've got to get the data entered,
Yeah.
and we've got to continue to do giving event projects to prove that we're doing good work. And so those are taking precedence over the donations right now. But as you said, there may be letters that you need to write to solicit donations, those types of things. I see that coming maybe in a month or so.
Yeah.
Does that sound right
Yeah.
to you?
Yes.
Okay. So good. So I think we're on the same page with that. And if you're thinking that with the current budget for the office, you're able to get that data entered and keep the lights on, if you will, then it just needs to be stated in the purchase invoice as such, and then we'll be able to continue down that same road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, we're as well. Thank you
sure.
for all that effort.
All right. I don't have anything else. Do you, Kev?
I do not have anything else. I've talked too much.
Okay. Luke, Luke, do you have anything?
I'm all good.
You're good. August, do you have something?
So I don't want to distract us, but I'm just thinking for the future. So once I complete all the stuff for the event and get that in a good place, and I was thinking I would like to really like maybe interview Salon or maybe Benny. I'm trying to I'm kind of trying to build like a little like a blog and like a article space talking about like helping people, and I kind of want to build it as like a little journal, but I want to maybe as some like promotion for you guys, like interview you guys or help with some of that, but not till we get in a better place. But yeah, I just want to share that idea.
It's a fine idea, and I think right now we're just all moving at light
A lot of
speed.
things.
At light
Yeah,
speed.
I got you. Sorry, this is for the future. For the future.
But yeah, it's a good idea.
Danny, did you have anything? Danny and Megan.
We're all good. No.
Awesome.
You're good, Megan, with everything?
Yep. Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Perfect. Elena, anything else?
Nothing for me.
All right. Ben, how about you?
Yeah, all good.
Awesome. Salam?
Yes, I'm all good.
Perfect.
Actually,
All right.
I did have one thing. Can I send over the page that I have about the Give Basic Needs June 22nd event to maybe Megan? I want to get your guys' approval for that, or if I need to make any changes. It's just on my personal website, like my music website. Just to get that like approved so I can start sharing that.
Yeah, I think after the budget.
After the budget. Okay.
After the
got
budget,
it.
yeah.
Right.
Drop that link in the United States channel, and we can take a look at it.
Okay, got it. Sounds good.
Awesome. Anybody else have anything? No, that was it.
No,
Okay.
I think that's everything. Thanks for a
Sorry,
great
lost track.
meeting, everyone. Excellent work, and
We
continue
appreciate
to.
you all and
Yeah.
appreciate your time and support. And if anything gets stressful, you have questions, just please reach out. We're always here to help out.
Awesome. Thank you
All
guys.
right.
Thank you,
Have a great
guys.
week.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye. Good one.